I don't mind. If Galaxy, if people don't figure out that what I said there was a joke about the man who invented autocrates should be put to death, if they don't get that I'm being sarcastic and I'm joking, then they just need to just walk away. Uh, I don't really buy into the whole political correctness thing. It's a joke. If people don't get it's a joke and choose to get offended by it, that's on them. Of course, I was kidding. I don't mean that. I don't mean that realistically. It's a tool that's supposed to make your life easier, but the reality is that that tool makes our life more complicated because it doesn't work the way we want to, and it constantly makes more errors rather than it's supposed to fix. So if somebody got it uh, as a serious thing, then I'm sorry, but it's a joke. And if people don't get it as it's a joke, they need to reevaluate their lives. People get upset way too easily about the random things. They get upset on purpose. They get upset by things that they don't really. So now I'm lost my trail of thought. I'm reading what you write. Yeah, we have. I've watched something similar. Uh, there was an explanation of why you wouldn't want to be mortal, and it goes into like ridiculous lengths. Like if you are actually mortal and can't die, at some point the Earth will explode, and then you will find yourself floating in space, unable to die, and those kind of things. It's a curious thought experiment, but I'd still want to. Honestly, it is one of those thoughts that we all kind of sometimes think about, like what would be if we could, and I would still go for it. Yeah, one day I'm gonna end up in the universe unable to die, but at the same point I will float to a different world. Yeah, our brains are constantly removing data that we don't use. That's called forgetting. We forget tons of things during our lifetime. Brain isn't all powerful. It can only store, like you said, it can only store like 2.5 petabytes of data. Anything beyond that, and it just doesn't store anymore. The only way you can store more is if something goes away. That's why we forget stuff. At least we forget it partially. Some things we can always be reminded about. Okay, so what do I need from here now? Let's do automobilism. Okay, so we're making this for ammunition. Oh, am I running out of power? No, I'm not. Look to me that these are moving a bit slower. Let's see. We want ammunition, and the ammunition is this. This takes a lot of resources to make, but this doesn't. This just needs iron plate and coal. There's more to it in that galaxy. When it tends to when you forget things that you feel I should remember, that just means that it wasn't something that went into long-term memory. It was just in your short-term memory, and then you just didn't bother storing it further. Okay, I can make a factory for the... I do want to make this ammunition though. Thick steel. And regular and copper. Oh. Oh, I'm making steel over here. I'm not. This is stone. I'm making steel over here, and copper is close as well. And I'm making ammunition here. Well, I'm making ammunition here, to be honest. Okay, so I'm gonna make an ammunition factory for regular ammo down here, and I'm going to repurpose this ammunition factory for piercing ammunition. And I'm gonna make explosives and regular ammo here. I think that's gonna be the most sensible thing to do. Regular ammunition only needs metal plates. I will require more drills. This is not efficient sufficiently. Okay, did you make a factory? Yes, you did. Thank you very much. Bring it here. We want this and a box. All you have to do in life is make me ammo. Please. And thank you. Even though I'm splitting this so many times, I'm not running out of coal. I'm just gonna make another belt there, and so explosives need coal, and they need... So this is what we will do. Needs this, and I'm gonna be making grenades. So we need a smart inserter, because I want only to pick up coal from this belt. Didn't they add filter threads or filter belts? They didn't. I was hoping they would. Oh, hold on. No, they didn't. Maybe there is, I just don't have it yet. Oh, okay, so there are more uses for an engine now. So I might need to set up a line for making engines. Okay, did I put... Oh, there it is. So you only need to pick coal. And you're fast, which makes things a lot better. And we want a box here for the grenades. So ammo here, grenades over here. Oh, this isn't powered for some reason. There we go. Let's see if this supplies sufficient. It should supply sufficient amount of iron for just the two of them. Mountable isn't finished. Plastics. Gonna need those military technologies soon, but first let's do projectile damage. That's going to be important sooner than anything else. Let's see. The exploration of the map is going nicely, but While we have coal here and here, we have stone here and here in millions. But we don't have iron or copper nodes. Also, no oil. Or am I missing something? Because oil used to be purple dots. There is no oil anywhere. Ah, there is. There is. So these guys will have to go one way or the other. And I'll have to make a train. Because I'm not making a pipeline between there and here. I'm gonna make a refinery there. Refine the oil and then bring it back to base. But these guys will have to go. And I need to start getting trains. Yeah, the pollution is gonna touch the spawners at some point very early on this. But I have to get rid of these guys anyway now. The pollution over here is being offset a bit by these forests, but these guys need to go simply because oil is here. So I will have to make a railroad. So I have to go right, because the only oil node found thus far is there. I don't see a single other oil node apart from that. So we will have to make a little trainee. We're gonna run a train from here to here. I'm amazed that they haven't attacked from this side yet. I'll have to deal with those guys. There is just nothing for it. Hmm? Turn it off. Why? Doesn't help. Doesn't show me anything else. There's just no other oil source. That's just it. Yes, 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 I know I can use underground pipes, but it's efficiency that's the issue. Because you can run liquid through pipes, and that'll work fine, but pipes have pressure. And you can see it when you click on a pipe. See? If you start running it long distance, that pressure will start to drop. So you will get, after a certain distance, you start getting much less of it. So it's actually more efficient to create a refinery, refine the oil into whatever the hell you need, and then just run the raw resource back to your main processing. Because you can load it into barrels, or if you're making sulfur or plastics, you can just make the plastics there and then run it back to your main base, unload it, and make it part of whatever manufacturing you are doing at the time. That's more efficient. Okay. Also, I like doing it that way because I get to play around more with trains. Stretching a bit. Okay, so we are making that ammo. I'm going to make advanced ammunition here because everything I need for advanced ammunition is here. I need copper, I need steel, and I need iron, as well as regular ammunition, which I'm already making here. So this will be utilized to make better ammo. And this I'm going to replace with a fast inserter. Because this is one of those things where having a fast inserter is better. There we go. That'll increase the efficiency. Gonna do the same thing for these guys. Because they can load up to 8. Although these guys don't really need it. But oop. My bad. Okay, and it's gonna increase the productivity a bit. Okay, so we can put this on a belt and run it underground. It's gonna be an advanced factory though. It said copper plate, steel plate, and firearm magazines. I can just put it here. That's gonna be convenient. I can just put it here. And let's put it immediately with fast inserters. When you said that the Space Haven is dry on the Twitch page, are you referring that nobody is streaming it? I believe we've covered why this is last Wednesday when I was streaming it. There's no content in it for people to stream. When they make something, then everybody will gonna be streaming it again. Okay, I need to run it underground. Oh, hoo, how am I gonna run this? Over here? Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to run it here. Okay, yeah, that's gonna work. We want this to be doing special ammunition. Oh, no, we don't need metal, we need textile. Should I split it or take it from the box? I'm gonna take it from the box. We're gonna take it from the box. Well, we discussed it on the stream. Oh, hold on. You can't really stream a game that has nothing to show. That's Space Haven's current problem. People won't really be interested if you don't really have anything to show. It was interesting at first when when it was just put out because it was something new and people were interested and it looks great. But then you actually go through the point and after very short period of time of playing the game, you run into a point where you have nothing else to do, and streamers are not touching that. Streamers need content. Streamers need. I can afford streaming a game like that because I'm streaming for my own pleasure more than anything else. Uh, but big time streamers or streamers that have partners and stuff like that, they they want stuff that they can reliably run. They won't touch a game that's so fresh. Once the situation changes and there's actually stuff in the game to show, then it's gonna be a different story. Right now, it's a situation of oh, I'm actually out of wood. I'm gonna chop some trees. Right now, it's a situation where the Space Haven is not showing anything. The big update that brings research will probably be refreshing, and then some people will be streaming it, but until then, it's wait and see. Okie doke, so these require advanced researching, so we will do pavement next. Or shooting speed. Shooting speed! Let's make our turrets more effective. Well, yeah, but those torturing crew and refugees is, first of all, it's not something that you're even gonna get every single run. Because of all the 3 or 4 runs I did, only one I was in a position where there actually were any refugees. It doesn't happen so commonly, and that's another thing that they have to work on. Certain scenarios that you want to see and want to do aren't available. Just getting crew is a very random process because it depends so much on what you're gonna encounter. Also, ships are all samey. You can lay them out differently, but they all have a simple purpose. You can't really focus on any single thing. Every run is pretty much just a scavenger run. If it's not a situation like you have in RimWorld or in Oni where you can actually focus on doing a certain thing like farming or weapon development or raiding or anything else, or in Oni outlining your base in many million different ways. Your ship has to have a certain things in Space Haven. It has to uh, there's no choice. You have to have every item you can lay it out differently, uh, and there are things you can do, but it's still the progression with research will mitigate some of it, but the game is very very early, very very early. You can only play it essentially one way, and like I've mentioned before, and the reason why I've started my stream on Space Haven with plentiful resources is because of how reliant you are on fuel items, specifically the fuel rods and warp fuel. And if you're in a situation where you don't have enough, you don't have a way out. So if the random number generator hates you and you don't run into sufficient resources for fuel, you're stuck. And that's bad design because warp fuel, fine. Even if you have 3 ships, as long as you did some trading, you're gonna be okay with warp fuel. But fuel rods, you need. We mentioned this before. You need fuel rods for shields, for cannons, for other things as well. And there's just not enough of them. I accumulated on an easy game. I accumulated 100 fuel rods. The moment I built a second ship, it was gone just like that. Because when you go further you go, there's more pirates that you encounter, there's more dangers that you encounter, and it's not enough anymore. And I'm going to go poke the biters with a stick again, and hopefully I won't. Well, if I die, I die. Oh, we are now running low on green science, although we are still accumulating, so it's fine. Now we have more than enough red. Ah, that's okay. I might extend this and just make another green science, but do I really need to? It's not that I don't have enough of these, so I'm gonna leave it alone for now. Also, I have to make room because there's gonna be another science being fed into the researchers soon. Well, it's now more green is being used than red. It depends on the research that you're doing. Right now, we're using more green and red because all of the research we're doing right now is level 2 research, which is all red and greens. But the reds are getting built faster than the greens ones, and I do have a surplus of these. Might as well. Let's build another one. That's not pretty, but it'll work. And that's all it needs to do. There we go. Oh, I need more copper. Actually, I just need to replace this with better furnaces and that'll do just fine. So I'm just gonna replace the furnaces. What's the situation here? Oh, look at this base. Oh, yeah, that's an oil field. Definitely that's where we're going. Let me just see, what do I even need for? I need steel, I need a bunch of stuff. I'll need steel for these. I think I'm gonna play the hero, and oh, we are actually running low on things now. The belts are no longer saturated. Where are they? There they are. The belt is coming in full, but it just can't keep up. Yeah, RimWorld is being streamed a lot because of the Royals, I think, because of the new update. There's a new thing, a bunch of new things you can do now. And I think it is time that we make another line for iron, because this isn't sufficient anymore. Oh, it's not sufficient because these things have stopped. This ran out of resources, and this one ran out of resources. This one still has some. We're just not mining enough, I think. We'll see. I'm gonna deploy them now, and we'll see if that changes the situation. Hoped I could have them all power at the same time, but no! Okay, so now we have even more stuff coming down. See, these are not even getting any iron fed to them. Ah, more is coming now. You move to a place with mountains. I'm assuming that's a good thing. Okay, I don't really need to do much here. I just need to get more iron to be made here. Oh, you mean death corridors for the raids? Yeah, that's always good. Okay, so we are good on copper, but we need to increase the productivity of iron. Let's make more of these for this line. And if we're still lacking, then it is time to make another smelter. No, Galaxy, I'm the same way. I prefer mountains. I like mountains more. Mountains are more easily defensible. The only problem with the mountains is infestations. But if you can account for the infestations, then mountains make absolutely the better choice in my honest opinion. I always prefer to play with mountains in RimWorld. It's much easier to defend. Okay, so if I make a second smelter, can I just make a second smelter here? I can use the long. Oh, I need to make a second line. I need to make a second line. I can split the coal. I can comfortably split the coal, but I need a separate iron line. Uh, Trains, trains. Time for the trains. Okay, so the ammunition is doing fine. We're good on ammunition. And we're making special ammunition over there. Actually, I forgot how do you use grenades. Can't be used. That's only used as an ammo. I forgot how do you use grenades. Hmm. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it alone. Well, I prefer that they don't even reach inside of the base. And I keep turrets on the edges, on the two entrances of or the exit of the corridors, so that it creates a crossfire. So everybody that exits the corridor gets pelted from two sides, and the best rifleman or best sniper is waiting. Okay, so this one is dry. This one is also dry, and this one is dry, and this one is dry. We are slowly but surely running out of iron. This is connected. Okay, I might postpone making a second smelter really because I need this to run non-stop. Let's see what replacing the furnaces has achieved, if anything. Well, we're not getting short. The iron is reaching the end of the line, so everything is still being fed. I'm not making enough. I'm not making as much as I would like to make. But if I increase the load right now, I'm gonna run out of this iron real fast. And I don't want to. There's nothing for it. I'll have to be more aggressive. I have 4 turrets on me, so we're gonna go and see if I can make a dent in that little base so I can start expanding to the right. I think this is gonna end in disaster, but we'll see. Railway finished. Oh, I didn't even play with this, so you don't even have to use barrels. You can actually use these things to carry fluids. That's cool. Is there anything else left here that I can do? Yeah, sulfur. Gonna need that for later, including for the chemical science. So we're gonna make that. I know there is a way to automatically fill out a turret with ammunition, but I don't know what that command is. There we go. Base destroyed. I lost a turret, but that's okay. Okay, Galaxy, if you're tired, go get some rest. Thank you for being here and thank you for watching. Always a pleasure, mate. I'll be streaming Space Haven on Wednesday, so hopefully you'll be uh there. Yeah, I get it, Galaxy. If you're very tired, then go to bed. It's fine. I'm always thankful that you've been here to begin with. Okay, let's see. Got rid of the little bastards over here. Still no iron, but at least we can now move over to there. And okay, that was there. Thanks, Galaxy. Will do. I'll see you next time, man. Okay, so we want to make rail work, so we can now make that. We need stone and steel. So we're gonna set up a manufacturing for that because I'm probably gonna be using a lot of rail. I don't think we're missing I don't think we have a deficit of steel. No, we do not. Uh, this uses a limit ammunition amounts of steel anyway. So we can use the steel from here, and we have rocks from here, and we are not using that many rocks anyway. So I can do that. I can split this apart. Do I have a splitter? Also, why is this pretzel stopped? Pretzel, why did you stop? Don't stop. Okay, I need this to go underground. I also need to pick up more iron. Ah, it did saturate it a bit more after I made those extras. Everything is still being produced, so I don't think I have a problem yet. Although I'm not getting enough iron here. Not enough. I would like to have another iron line, but I just can't. Not the way things are. Oh, also, this isn't actually doing anything yet. Neither is this. Didn't think that was actually gonna run out of sun that quickly, but that's fine. And we need to split the line. I didn't pick up the one thing I was going to pick from the belts. Iron, and that's here. Oh, I need copper as well. Things that I do need to increase my copper production. Fortunately, that's still simple. It has to go from the bottom of the line. Not being fed. There we go. Also, our coal line seems to be kind of lacking. So we can increase the coal production as well at this time. Go. That should increase the coal load. We're still on a very good point as well as coal is considered. We are using a lot of iron though. Now it is time to split this apart. I'm gonna make the factory 4 tracks over there. I hope that this will work. Yes, it does. It's a different elevation, so I didn't know if it's gonna work. Also didn't know if elevation is actually a thing in this game, because you do have visual representation of a different elevation between this and this, but it doesn't really matter, it seems. I like that. That's good. Doesn't complicate my life needlessly. So I'm gonna put this factory over... No, not there. A bit further away. Because I have to make room for the inserter. And we're gonna get stone from there. And we've done the sulfur thing. Batteries. Automated rail transportation. We will need that, so I'm gonna put that into effect. I thought I had one more of these, but apparently I don't. Need to get... Oh, I ran out of inserters. Fortunately, I am having a supply being made here, and it seems that I'm actually slowly decreasing the supply. Probably because of this extra factory here. So we are using more than we're making. I think I can make this any faster though. Actually, I probably can. Well, I could if more iron was actually going through here, but it isn't. That's what's slowing it down, really. Not this factory, but the fact that not enough iron is being fed all the way up. And why isn't it? Because I'm using too much of it. Actually, like, this doesn't need to go all the way, because this ammunition is just being used for this anyway. But I'm not making enough iron. I should make another iron smelter, but the fact right now, as I've mentioned many times until this point, is that I don't have enough iron here. And there's an oil field there, and there's also a copper ore there. Haha! Okay. Change of plans. We might be expanding that way instead. I have 200,000 of iron here left. This way we have oil but nothing else, and this way we have oil and copper. Where there's copper, there's usually iron as well. I'm gonna hold off on it a bit. I'm gonna wait for it to expand enough to see. Right now we are in a situation where we are running out. I don't like that we're running out. Also can't do anything about it. I also need more power generated. What did we say we're making here? We're making tracks here. Oh, this needs 3 items. Ew. 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 I did not see that coming. I did not see that coming. What do we need for iron sticks? Just iron plate. I can make iron plate from the metal that's going here. How much do you need for one? One iron plate means 1 iron stick. Okay. Okay. So we need to rework this a bit. That's another thing that's gonna be using up the iron. Hmm. Nope. Nope. We need more iron being made. Just it. We need more iron being made, so I'm gonna make another iron line there. Just nothing for it. We need more iron. Rail signals. Let's make plastics. Research. Okay, so apparently there is enough iron being sent, it just doesn't have a place on the belt. If I split this line a bit... No, I'm not gonna split. There's just a few chunks of iron left there. We're not gonna do that, but I will make more here and we're gonna redirect them. So I have enough for 2 at the moment. I need to pick up more iron and more copper. I'm gonna see if just utilizing these 3 furnaces more is going to make a difference. And then I'm gonna have to get another power generator running. Pretzel likes me today. We had a bunch of good tunes being played for us today. Thank you, Pretzel. So what am I missing? Why was I going downstairs again? Oh, belts. Belts. Yes, I'm out of belts. I need more belts. So what we want is we want to feed an extra iron line. Have to go under here. And so we need 3 underground ones. That's 1. I like all the transport belt spaghetti. That's what Factorio is all about. Okay, so this should increase the load because we have extra furnaces here. So that should feed more iron into the belts. We'll see if that's sufficient to saturate. If not, I'll add 2 more furnaces here. Okay, first of all, we need more generators. And what am I missing? Iron. Of course I'm missing iron. That's what we're always missing. We're always missing more iron. Now, I think that I'm right in saying that this should be enough. It will increase the amount of pollution we're making. That will affect these guys, so I think that I want it or not, these guys will have to go next. So what happens is when the pollution touches them, and if I understand it correctly, they will start to mutate. We don't want them to mutate, so we'll have to take care of these guys and probably these guys next as well. We're gonna need more resources for that, more ammunition more than anything else, but I'm really getting concerned about the state of my iron production. As in, there is plenty of iron left here, like 200,000 or something. But that's gonna run out real fast, you have no idea. Doesn't matter that it's so far apart because they have area affected which is one square wider than they are. So effectively this is getting mined as well. Okay, so both sides are being fed. Did that make any difference? Yes, yes it did. Yes, yes it did. Okay, we're good for now. We're good for now. That should increase the productivity, that should increase everything. And we're good on this side as well. Why are this? Oh, because this is full. Okay, that makes sense. That's perfectly acceptable. Okay, so we need that rail factory, but for rails we need 3 items. We need stone, we need steel, and we need iron rods. We're gonna set up an iron rod production. Again, we're gonna put it in a crate first to create a buffer, and we don't know if we need that for anything else. So it's always good to be prepared. Iron sticks. Oh, we're already running out low on power, so it's not working as I hoped. I will need... I was hoping that I could just line up more, but it doesn't seem to be working that way. So 2 seems to be what you can run off 1 boiler. Okay then. Adapt to the situation.